This is a general forecast reading for the week of August the 3rd, 2015 for all star signs. It's the general energies for this week of August the 3rd. Choose one guidance card for the week of 3 August 2015. There it is. And there we go. Right, so this week for all of us is the Field of Dreams. So this week we need to plant those seeds into our field of dreams. This week we need to think about what it is that we want in our lives in the future. We need to take some time and really consider what it is that we want in our lives. And we need to pay attention to our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Because we need to realize that these are all contributing to the life that we lead, to the things that we create. They are the seeds that we're planting in that field of our dreams. And we need to think carefully about this. Our challenge for this week is to recognize that obstacles are a part of life and not to fear them, not to get overwrought, over-anxious, uptight every time we are confronted with an obstacle. They are part of life. They are not going anywhere. What this card advises us is that, in all honesty, there is probably a route around. Just like water flows around a mountain instead of trying to barge through a mountain, it finds an easier route. Not necessarily always a shorter route, but there is an easier route. So this week, when you are confronted with obstacles, instead of letting it rattle you completely, or as many of us are pretty tired by now, given all that has happened in the recent past, to quietly sit back and look for a new route, a new, easier route to take. Like I say, not necessarily a shorter route, but an easier route. Bubbling under the surface for all of us. Bubbling under the surface is a wave of abundance. So in the not too distant future, hopefully by the end of the week if we're lucky, some little wave will come in, maybe even a bigger one for some of us, which will bring a little bit of abundance. It'll surge forward and we might feel as if we're caught up in it. The thing to do here is to ride that wave and enjoy it. See where all that abundance takes you. Okay, and about to surface is deep freeze. Okay, so I'd say towards the beginning of the week, maybe even middle, the end of the week, I think that wave may start coming in. Is a time just to put things on hold. It kind of makes sense with the first two cards of the reading. It's a time to just chill, relax a little. Time out to think, let things thaw a bit. Wait for that first little bit of warm sunshine to come in, figuratively speaking, that will tell you now is the time to move. It's a little bit of R&R time before we make that, or before we surf that wave. Don't push forward too quickly, beginning towards the middle of this week, because nothing will come of it. Okay, and the next step to take is forward movement. So after you have sat back, relaxed, taken a breather, put your feet up a bit, thought things out and through, then you will be ready for forward movement. And this is positive forward movement. So this will be the kind of movement where it's not one step forward, 2 steps back. This will be 1 step forward, 2 steps forward kind of movement. So be ready for that. Take your breather, think about an alternative route around those obstacles, and you will be making positive forward movement. Then it will be time to make that positive forward movement. The outcome is going to be getting rid of them old fears. So, in all likelihood, what is holding you up here, the obstacles that you're seeing, are born of old fear. So, in all likelihood, they're probably not even real. They are imagined. They may seem very real, but perhaps they're not even obstacles. And once you have overcome those fears, once you have let go of that negativity, once you've accepted the fact that miracles can and do happen, then you will have that forward movement. Then you will ride that wave of abundance. Okay, and your guidance for this week is Vision Quest. That fits in nicely with that card of sitting still and chilling and looking for a new route. That's exactly what a Vision Quest is. So you need to take time out. Now, I know I say this every now and then, but this is a different time out. This is the type of time out where you do a bit of really deep soul searching, where you look at where you're going and decide if that is really where you want to be going. In your heart, in your soul, in your mind, physically, is this where you want to be? Are you the person you want to be? Are you doing, behaving, saying, setting examples to your children that you really, really want to be doing? Are you comfortable with who you are? Are you even perhaps proud of who you are? These are questions which possibly need to be asked this week. Okay, so that is your general forecast guidance for the week of August the 3rd, 2015. Thank you for watching and listening.